What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Tanner Wyman of Barbarian Body. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys the top 5 mistakes that I made on my quest to building as much muscle mass as possible. Had I not made these mistakes, I would have made my gains a lot quicker. I think you're going to learn a lot from this. Let's get straight into this one. Alright, now that we've got the obligatory shirtless portion of the video done, we can now get into my personal 5 biggest mistakes that I made. We're going to start with the very most important and work our way down the list. Let's get into it. All right, we're starting this thing off here with the diet. And our very first mistake that I personally made was not getting a sufficient amount of calories and not getting a sufficient amount of protein. The reason for this was because instead of focusing on my diet initially, the main thing that I focused on was my training. I would go to the gym, train as absolutely hard as I can and as frequently as I could. Now I noticed some growth initially. Obviously that happens with newbie gains, but after a while you're gonna hit a wall. And then once you hit this wall, you're gonna start scouring the internet as to why you're not building muscle mass. Then I came to the conclusion, okay, I'm not getting enough calories and I'm not getting enough protein. So my first initial decision was, all right, I'm just gonna start to eat more. I didn't track anything, I didn't know how much protein I was getting in, and I didn't know how many calories I was getting in. After about 2 or 3 weeks, I just came to the conclusion that I was intaking enough. I was getting enough protein, I was getting enough calories, and I became delusional about it. I didn't see growth for a very significant period of time due to this. That is until I took a deeper look at the amount of calories I was getting and the amount of protein I was getting, and realized I was insufficient in both areas. Now, mistake number 2, caloric intake, protein intake after that, that's when I started to eat way too much. And I started to hit one spot a little bit too much. That's right, the good old double arches, if you can't tell, that's McDonald's. Now it wasn't just McDonald's and it wasn't just eating fast food. I started to eat everything that was just super calorie dense and had shit tons of protein. I'm talking I was eating 15 chicken fingers at a time. I was eating 3 to 4 servings of my pasta dinners that my parents would make. Protein shakes, I'm talking sometimes it'd be like 2 all the way up to 4 shakes per day. I literally never left a single period throughout the day where I would get hungry. The consequence of this, I got fat as fuck. Now sure, because of this I did gain a lot of muscle mass and did increase my strength. But the price I paid, my aesthetic physique. Stop just focusing on trying to eat as much as humanly possible and focus on just at maximal. If you're just trying to build a big muscular aesthetic physique, 500 calorie surplus. And a calorie surplus, for those of you who don't know, means eat 500 calories more than your body needs on a daily basis in order to grow. And when it comes to protein, start with 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. This thing right here, this very important thing, I was not getting enough of it. You need to start maximizing this if you want more muscular growth. Back in the good old day when I first started, I was really ambitious. I saw bodybuilders training 2 times per day. So guess what I did? I started training 2 times per day. And when I said 2 times per day, I was dumb back in the day. If I trained my chest in the morning, I would retrain it at the night because for some dumb reason, I thought that was actually gonna work and stimulate more growth. Now that's just how my dumb ass was thinking, but the way most people do it is they'll train their chest Monday and then they'll train their chest again on Tuesday. The main problem with this is you're not giving your body the time it needs to repair, to recover, and grow, aka show the results for the efforts that you've put in. If you consistently train day after day without giving your body enough rest, then the time that you've put in to actually break down the muscle tissue, it's gonna be totally wasted. You're going to way overtrain the muscle group and you're not gonna see as much results as you possibly could. Instead, you need to give your body this amount of time in order for the muscle to recover. Mistake number 4, I was not using this thing enough. Now I'm just gonna overlay some clips right here where you guys are gonna be able to see the mistakes that I was personally making back in the day that you likely are as well. You see this? This is called ego lifting. There's no utilization of eccentrics or the negative portion. There's no true mind-muscle connection where you're actually contracting the muscles that you're trying to hit with the specific exercise you're doing. And most importantly, time under tension is absolute shit. Now let's compare that with some more solid form. Great time under tension, good mind-muscle connection, no use of momentum, or cheating your reps on every single set. The difference is night and day. You see, when you're young and you're trying to build muscle mass as fast as you possibly can, your main goal is to lift as much as you possibly can, in spite of you likely using really terrible form, small ranges of motion, and extremely minimal time under tension. So as opposed to just going to the gym and just trying to push as hard as you possibly can, take the time to learn from fitness channels such as mine and the other YouTubers that are on here to teach you the proper ways to perform each one of these exercises. The speed of your results is going to go straight through the roof. Mistake number 5, cardio. Doing way too much of it. You see, if your maintenance level of calories is 2,500, and then you take into account your activity level, bringing you up to 3,000, and then you add in your calorie surplus to 3,350 calories, that's a lot. And then you throw in cardio for about 30 to 60 minutes, well now you've made this already difficult number of 3,350 calories to already intake even more complex by having to get in another 3,500 to 3,600 calories. And if it's not difficult, it's gonna cost you a lot more in the food that you're gonna have to buy. So am I saying completely scratch out the cardio? Absolutely not. Rather, what I'd recommend is you do cardio about 2 to 3 times per week for about 10 to 15 minutes. And the cardio that I personally prefer is HIIT, high intensity interval training. This is gonna prevent you from having to get in a whole shit ton more of calories that you likely aren't gonna be able to consume, because for some of you it is very difficult to hit your calorie surplus, and also to save you some money at the grocery store. Because to be honest, not all of us have the money to afford our bulking lifestyle. And the main reason I'm recommending this, because this is what I personally do. I've tried in the past to do 5 to 7 cardio sessions for about 30 to 60 minutes every single day, and I found myself having an extremely difficult time hitting my calorie surplus, and also I was just physically burning myself out every single day. So save yourself the extra food, the extra money, and the extra burnout, and don't go ridiculous with your cardio if your goal is muscle gain. So there you guys go. That concludes today's video, my 5 biggest mistakes that I made while I was trying to build muscle mass. I hope you guys were able to learn something. And if you made it this far in the video, be sure to leave a comment down in the comment section letting me know exactly what this is. So 1, we can throw off everybody else in the comment section when they go, why is everybody commenting Armored Knight? And number 2, so I can see who made it this far in the video. If you guys enjoyed the video, then be sure to smash that like button down below, and also be sure to subscribe for weekly workout tips and nutrition tips that you will not want to miss. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. I'll see you all in the next video.